Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive. We are really happy you're here with us today, whether you are on your morning walk or driving your car or maybe just washing the dishes. We have something really special for you.
Yeah, we do. Today is a little bit different. Usually we talk about, complex science or history, big, heavy topics. But today we are looking at a skill.
And it is a skill that many of you listening right now are actually practicing. We are talking about learning English.
But please don't turn off the audio. Do not worry. This is not a grammar lesson. We are not going to talk about the past perfect tense today.
No, definitely not. We're not giving you long lists of boring words to memorize.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
I think we all have those bad memories of school, right? Sitting at a desk, feeling sleepy, looking at a chalkboard.
Oh, totally. And that is exactly the problem. So many people want to speak English, but they hate the process. They feel like they are back in school. It makes them nervous. It makes them bored.
Right. So today we are exploring a really cool guide called the English Adventure. And specifically, we are looking at a big idea from that source material. The title is Don't Study, Just Live.
I just love that title. It suggests that English shouldn't be a job. It shouldn't be hard work. It should just be part of your normal life. The guide calls this the secret of the hobby.
Yeah, the source material uses this great comparison. It says, learning this way is like eating vegetables that taste like chocolate.
Eating vegetables that taste like chocolate, that is a wonderful image because we all know we need to eat vegetables. They are healthy for us.
Right, just like learning English is healthy for your career or healthy for your brain. But usually, we really just want to eat chocolate.
Because chocolate is fun. It tastes good.
Exactly. So the big question for our mission today is how can we make English good for you, but also fun like chocolate?
And we are going to give you a roadmap for that. We will look at 5 specific ways to turn your hobbies into English lessons. Things you already love doing, like cooking or sports.
And the best part is that you do not need a desk. You do not need a heavy textbook.
But before we get to the 5 methods, we need to talk about mindset, the way we think. Because the guide says your attitude is really the most important thing here.
Yeah, it starts with a joke about a very famous textbook sentence. I think almost every English student in the world knows this sentence.
Oh, let me guess. Is it, the pen is on the table?
Yes, that one. Or the cat is under the chair.
Why do textbooks always talk about cats and chairs?
Right, that is exactly the point. Real life is not about cats under chairs. Real life is about your passions, the things you love. If you only learn from old textbooks, your brain just gets bored.
And when the brain is bored, it stops learning.
Exactly. To explain the right mindset, the guide uses a metaphor about animals. It talks about a rabbit and a turtle.
Okay, a rabbit and a turtle. This is a key concept for you listening. The guide says that many learners act like a nervous turtle.
A nervous turtle. So let's imagine a turtle. It moves very slowly. It has a hard shell.
And when the turtle is afraid, it pulls its head inside that shell. It just hides.
Right. In language learning, that shell is silence. The nervous turtle thinks, if I don't speak, I won't make a mistake.
They are so afraid of being wrong that they never open their mouths. They want everything to be perfect before they even start.
But the guide says we should try to be the happy rabbit instead.
The happy rabbit. So think about a rabbit running in a field. It runs really fast. Does it trip over a rock sometimes? Yes.
Does it look a little messy? Maybe. But the rabbit is moving. The rabbit is actually getting to where it wants to go.
So the source material is saying that speed and confidence are much more important than being perfect.
Exactly. You cannot fix a mistake if you never make one. You need to run. You need to be free.
I love that idea. Be the happy rabbit, not the nervous turtle. So how do we actually do that? How do we start running? Let's look at method number 1.
Method number 1 is about visual learning, using your eyes. And the tool here is something we all use every day, YouTube.
Wait, I watch YouTube all the time. Does that mean I am already studying?
Well, it depends on how you watch. The guide says do not watch videos about how to learn English.
Really? None of those teacher videos?
Right. Instead, watch videos about your hobbies. So, for example, do you like photography?
I do, yes. I love taking pictures.
Okay, so if you buy a big English textbook about photography, it will be very hard. You will see words like aperture and exposure. You will get frustrated, and you will probably quit.
So what should I do instead?
You go to YouTube, and you use a secret trick in the search bar. You search for photography, but you add 2 magic words, simple English, or even better, for kids.
For kids. But our listeners are adults. They probably don't want to watch cartoons.
I know it sounds funny, but think about it. Videos made for kids or for beginners are designed to be clear.
Ah, I see.
The speakers talk slowly, they use very simple words,
Hmm.
and they show you exactly what they're talking about on the screen.
The source material gives a really good example about cooking here. I think this helps explain why it works so well. Imagine you are watching a video about baking a cake.
Okay, picture this. You are watching a baker. He is making a chocolate cake. You see him holding a bag of white powder.
Right.
He pours the white powder into a bowl, and as he does it, he says the word flour.
And this is where the magic happens in the brain.
Yes, this is crucial. In a normal classroom, you see the word flour written on a piece of paper. You read it. Then your brain translates it into your native language.
It is an extra step. It is slow.
But in the video, you see the white powder, and you hear the word flour. Your brain connects the image directly to the English word.
So you completely skip the translation step. You are actually thinking in English.
That is a huge difference. It is exactly how babies learn. They point at a dog, and their mom says dog. They don't look at a dictionary.
They just connect language to reality.
Precisely. The guide mentions a character named Anna. She watched a video called 5 Tips for New Photographers.
And she learned words like light and focus and smile because she saw them happening on the screen. She didn't study a list at all.
She just watched a video about something she loved.
So the big takeaway from method 1 is watch what you love, but keep the language simple. Search for videos for beginners.
Correct. Now let's move on to method number 2. This one is a physical workout.
A physical workout. Are we going to the gym?
Well, in a way, yes. But it is a gym for your face. This method is for the music lovers out there. It is about singing.
Now, I have to be honest here. I am not a great singer. I sing in the shower sometimes, but I really don't think anyone wants to hear it.
According to the guide, the shower is actually the perfect classroom.
Oh, really?
Yes. The acoustics are good, the sound echoes nicely, and nobody is watching you.
I do like the sound of the shower classroom. But why is singing good for learning English? Isn't it just for fun?
It is fun, but there is actual science behind it. The guide talks about a concept called the English mouth.
The English mouth.
Yeah, you see, every language uses different muscles in the face. The way you move your tongue, your lips, your jaw in English might be very different from your native language.
I see. So if I don't practice moving those specific muscles, my pronunciation will feel awkward.
Exactly. It will feel heavy. Singing forces you to use those muscles repeatedly.
It is repetition, but it doesn't feel like boring repetition. It feels like a performance.
Right. And the guide suggests a specific process for this. You don't just listen to the radio passively.
Passive listening is not enough.
No, you need to be active. Step 1, find a song you like. Step 2, find the lyrics, the words, online.
And then step 3, read them, listen to the song, and sing along.
Loudly. The guide actually recommends a specific song for beginners. It is a classic song from the Beatles, Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine, that is a fantastic choice. But why that song specifically? Is it just because it is famous?
That helps, but look at the lyrics. We all live in a yellow submarine. The grammar is very clear. It uses the present simple tense. We live, we sail.
The vocabulary is basic colors too. Yellow, blue, green.
And the melody is slow enough that you can easily catch every single word.
And the brain remembers melody much better than grammar rules, right? I mean, I can remember songs from 20 years ago, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
That is the power of music.
Yeah.
It just sticks in your head. If you learn a phrase through a song, it stays with you forever.
So the advice here is, go take a shower and sing Yellow Submarine. Your family might think you are a little crazy, but your English mouth will get much stronger.
And that is what really matters.
Okay, let's look at method number 3. This one is for the sports fans. Football, basketball, tennis.
This method relies on emotion. We remember things that make us feel something. And sports are full of emotion. Excitement, sadness, joy, anger.
The guide says that watching sports in English is actually easier than watching a movie. Why is that? Because in movies, people talk fast. But don't sports commentators talk really fast too?
They do talk fast. But in sports, you have context clues.
Context clues.
Yeah. Imagine you are watching a football match, or soccer, depending on where you live. The player runs with the ball. He kicks it. The ball goes right into the net. And the commentator shouts, "Goal! What a kick!"
Oh, I see. You know exactly what happened because you saw it with your own eyes. So even if you don't know the word kick, you understand it because of the action on the screen.
Yes. In a movie, 2 people might be sitting in a room talking about a complex philosophy. If you miss one word, you might lose the whole story.
But in sports, the visual action explains the language for you. You don't need a dictionary to understand what a goal is.
Exactly. There is also a really cool tip about social media in this section of the source material.
I never really thought about Instagram or Twitter as a study tool before.
It is a very smart trick. The guide suggests following famous athletes, people like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
But aren't they busy playing sports? They aren't English teachers.
No, they aren't. But they often post short messages for their fans. And because they have fans all over the world, from so many different countries, they use global English.
Global English, what does that look like?
It is simple, clear, and direct. A player might post a photo after a big game and write, "Good win today," or "Happy to help the team," or just "Thank you for the support."
Those are perfect sentences. They are short and they are so clear.
They're perfect A1 or A2 level sentences. And here is the secret ingredient. Motivation.
Motivation.
If you love Lionel Messi, you really want to understand what he says. Your brain works harder because you actually care about the person.
That makes a lot of sense. If I read a textbook written by a total stranger, I don't really care. But if my hero speaks, I am definitely listening.
Exactly. You're connecting the language to a person you admire.
Okay, so we have YouTube, we have singing, and we have sports. Method number 4 is about changing your physical space, your house.
This is the English environment method. You want to turn your home into a place where English actually lives.
The guide talks about using labels for this, but not just writing the word chair on a chair. That is a bit too simplistic.
Right. Don't just label objects with one single word. That is boring. The trick is to give the object a voice. Make the label a full thought.
The example in the guide is lovely. It talks about gardening. Imagine putting a sticker on a cactus plant.
Yes. Instead of just writing cactus, the label says, "Don't give me too much water."
And on a rose?
It could say, "I need sun."
I love that idea. Wow, your plants talk to you in English.
In a way, yes. Every time you water the plant, you read that sentence. "Don't give me too much water." You are learning grammar, like imperatives and negatives, without even realizing it.
You are just taking care of your plant.
The guide also suggests putting notes on your mirror or your microwave.
Yes, positive affirmations. Put a sticky note on your bathroom meal that says, "You look great today." Or on the microwave, "Heat the food."
It turns your home into an English zone. Everywhere you look, you see a little bit of English.
And this leads to another really important concept in this method: English snacks.
English snacks. Love snacks.
Yeah.
But I assume we're not talking about potato chips.
No,
Okay.
sadly not. The concept here is about time management. So many people think, oh, I don't have time to learn English. I don't have 2 free hours to sit at a desk. But the guide says you don't need 2 hours. You only need 10 minutes.
Exactly. Treat English like a small snack, not a big heavy meal. Do you have 10 minutes while you drink your coffee in the morning?
Yes, almost everyone has 10 minutes for a coffee break.
Then use those 10 minutes. The guide recommends a specific resource for this called News in Levels.
News in Levels. Can you explain how that works for our listeners?
It is a website. They take real news stories from all around the world and they write them in simple English. But the clever part is the levels.
How many levels are there?
Well, level 1 is very easy. Short sentences, basic words. Level 2 is a bit harder. And level 3 is the original news story.
So you can choose the level that fits you best. You drink your coffee, you read a short story in 3 minutes, and you are done. A small snack for your brain.
And if you do that every day, those small snacks really add up. You learn a lot over a year just by using your coffee break.
I really like that approach. It takes all the pressure off. You don't need a big, scary schedule, just a snack.
Now we have one final method to discuss, method number 5. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It is about people.
Socializing. Using English to connect with others.
The guide makes a very profound point here. It says English is not a subject like history or math. It is a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver.
That is such an interesting way to look at it. We use a hammer to build a house, so we use English to build connections.
Yes, to build friendships, to build understanding with other people. If you treat it like a tool, you stop worrying about if the hammer is perfect. You just want to hit the nail.
The guide talks about social hobbies here, things like online gaming or cooking groups where you have to talk to other people.
Video games are actually excellent for this.
Yeah.
If you are playing a team game online, you have to talk to your teammates, but the communication is very urgent.
Right. You don't have time to check your grammar book. You have to say, go left, or help me, or good job.
It forces you to speak. And because you are so focused on the game, on winning, You completely forget to be nervous. You forget to be the turtle.
But being nervous is still a big problem for a lot of people. We are afraid of making mistakes. We are afraid of looking silly in front of others.
That brings us right back to the happy rabbit. The rabbit trips, but he keeps running. The guide shares a very funny story about a student named Mark.
Oh, I remember this story.
This story shows why mistakes are actually a good thing.
It made me laugh out loud when I read it. So Mark is in a cooking group, right?
Yes, and he wanted to tell the group that he cooked dinner for his wife. A very sweet, romantic gesture.
But he made a small mistake with the preposition.
He forgot the word for. So he looked at the whole group and said, "I cooked my wife for dinner."
Oh no, I cooked my wife for dinner. That sounds like a horror movie, not a romance.
Exactly. It sounded like he was a cannibal.
Did everyone get angry? Did someone call the police?
No, of course not. Everyone laughed. Mark laughed too. It was just a funny moment. But here is the really important lesson. Do you think Mark ever forgot the word for again?
Never. I bet he remembers that exact moment every single time he cooks. That silly mistake made the memory so much stronger.
Exactly. Mistakes are not bad things. They're just funny stories. If you can laugh at your mistakes, you become free. You become the happy rabbit.
I think that is such a healthy attitude to have. Stop trying to be perfect. Just try to communicate. And if you accidentally say you cooked your wife, just laugh about it.
People usually understand what you mean anyway. They knew Mark didn't actually cook his wife.
I certainly hope so. So the point is, don't let fear stop you.
Exactly. The goal is connection, not perfection.
This has been such a refreshing look at learning. Let's do a quick recap for you, the listener. We covered a lot of ground today.
We did. We started with the mindset. Be a happy rabbit, not a nervous turtle. Stop studying and start living.
Then we looked at the visual method. Use YouTube, watch videos about your hobbies, baking, photography, whatever you love. But remember to use the secret search, simple English, or for kids. Let your brain connect the image to the word naturally.
Then the physical workout. Sing in the shower. Use songs like Yellow Submarine to train your English mouth.
Yeah.
It is all about muscle memory.
Next was sports. Use the emotion of the game to understand context. Follow your favorite stars like Messi or Ronaldo and read their simple global English posts. Use your passion to drive your learning.
Then change your environment. Label your plants and furniture with full sentences, "I need sun," and use a 10-minute snack method with resources like news and levels. Consistency is way better than intensity.
And finally, socialize. Join a gaming group or a cooking club. Treat English as a tool to make friends, not a test to be passed. And if you make a mistake, even a really big one, just laugh.
That is a perfect summary.
Now, usually this is the part where we say goodbye, but we have a challenge for you today.
Yes. We don't want you to just listen to this deep dive and then forget about it. We want you to take action.
But please don't try to do all 5 methods today. That is way too much. You will just burn out.
Pick just one single hobby. Do you like cooking? Do you like music? Do you like sports? Just pick one.
And today, not tomorrow, today, find one video or one song in English related to that hobby. Spend just 10 minutes with it.
See how it feels. See if it tastes like chocolate.
I really love that. Vegetables that taste like chocolate.
Learning a language is a long journey, but it shouldn't be a painful one. It is simply a way to build a bigger life, to understand more people, and to see more of the world.
That is a beautiful thought. English is a tool to build a bigger life. But it makes me wonder, if you use a new tool every day, does the tool eventually change the builder?
Oh, that is interesting.
Think about it. If you stop worrying about being perfect and you start speaking like the happy rabbit, maybe you don't just learn a language. Maybe you actually become a more confident person in every part of your life.
Something to think about.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel encouraged. We hope you feel ready to be a happy rabbit.
Good luck with your hobbies, everyone.
We will see you next time.
Bye.